What's going on? How's everybody doing? I am G, the seeker of truth. This is spiritual state, and yes, your spirit is at stake. We never want to take this lightly. How you feeling today? We in our Bible breakdown, per usual. We are in the 38th chapter of the book of Exodus. We'll do a quick overview of 37. 37 was more so the instructions on the details of constructing the candlesticks for the Ark of the Covenant. Speaking of the cherubims and making them in their sitting arrangements. And I remember, excuse me, I remember when I first did this because, like I said, these fouls have already been done once before, but they are already corrupted. They damaged. I've been trying to restore them, trying to get them back. And Bug actually say that she was mad because there was some good things on there. But I'm gonna still try to get those restored. But in the meantime, in between time, I can't let that stop what got to be did here. And so I've been thinking back to like, why is it that at all the three? Because I got three of them. Why at all three of the flash drives is that one right there in particular, the files damaged on it. And so I just felt like it was something in here that I didn't get the first time, or I misinterpreted the first time, that I need to go back through and have to see it again. And so I'm not even tripping about it no more. We're gonna keep on pressing on like it never happened. We're gonna roll through like we go through. Y'all already know how we do. If you're gonna fire up, thank you. Go ahead on and fire up. And with no further ado, we get into 38. And he made the altar of burnt offering of shittim wood. 5 cubits was the length thereof, and 5 cubits the breadth thereof. It was 80 cubits the height thereof. And he made the horns thereof on the 4 corners of it. The horns thereof were of the same, and he overlaid it with brass. And he made all the vessels of the altar, the pots and the shovels and the basins and the flesh hooks and the fire pans. All the vessels thereof made he of brass. And he made for the altar a brazen gate grate of network under the compass thereof beneath unto the midst of it. And he cast 4 rings for the 4 ends of the grate of brass to be places for the staves. And he made the staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with brass. And he put the staves into the rings on the sides of the altar to bear it with them. He made the altar hollow with boards. And he made the lever of brass at the foot of it, brass of the looking glasses of the women assembling, which assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he made the court on the south side southward. The hangings of the court were of fine twined linen, 100 cubits. Their pillars were 20, and their brazen sockets 20. The hooks of their pillars and their fillets were of silver. And for the north side, the hangings were 100 cubits. Their pillars were 20, and their sockets of brass 20. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. And for the west side were hanging of 50 cubits. Their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. And for the east side, east were 50 cubits. The hangings of the one side of the gate were 15 cubits. Their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the other side of the court gate, on this hand and that hand were hangings of 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. All the hangings of the court round about were of fine twined linen, and the sockets for the pillars were of brass, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver, and the overlaying of their capiters of silver. And all the pillars of the court were filled with silver. And the hanging for the grate of the court was needlework of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen, and 20 cubits was the length, and the height and the breadth was 5 cubits, answerable to the hanging of the court. And their pillars were 4, and their sockets of brass 4, their hooks of silver, and the overland of their capitals, and their fillets of silver, and all the pins of the tabernacle and of the court round about were of brass. This is the sum of the tabernacle, even of the tabernacle of testimony, as it was counted according to the commandments of Moses, for the service of the Levites by the hand of Ithamar, son to Aaron the priest, and Bezaleel, the son of Uri, the son of of the tribe of Judah, made all that the Lord commanded Moses. And with him was Aholiab, son of Ahishamah, of the tribe of Dan, an engraver and a cunning workman, and embroider in blue and in purple and in scarlet and fine linen, all the gold that was occupied for the work and all the work of the holy place, even the gold of the offering was 29 talents and 730 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary. And the silver of them that were numbered of the congregation was 100 talent, and 1,703 and 15 after the shekel of the sanctuary. A beaver for every man, that is half a shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary, for everyone that went to be numbered, from 20 years old and upward, for 600,000 and 3,500 excuse me, and 550 men. Let me get hit this water. A little parched. 27. And of the 100 talents of silver were cast the sockets of the sanctuary, and the sockets of the veil, and 100 sockets of the 100 talents, a talent for a socket. And of the 1,775 shekels he made hooks for the pillars, and overlaid their capitals, and filled them. And the brass of the offering was 70 talent, and 2,400 shekel. And therewith he made the socket to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the brazen altar, and the brazen grate for it, and all the vessels of the altar, and the sockets of the court round about, and the sockets of the court gate, and all the pins of the tabernacle, and all the pins of the court round about. Okay. So that was the end of 38. Who didn't know? This guy. But we know now. There was a lot of work going on right there, a lot of physical work. And I can recall going through this the first time, and I was looking at it like, this don't got nothing to do with the Most High per se in spirit. But you know what I'm saying? If we break it down in according to scripture that you must serve the Most High in spirit and in truth, then if your physical body is needed for work, then we must do this work. We must do this work. And I'm going to tell you, the work going to be something that you don't want to do. But when you do it, you love doing it. Because you understand that the work is being done. And if you get that, then you are. And you can get this. That is spiritual state. In a nutshell. That's me. I don't be wanting to do this. You know, because I sit and I like we 2 years in. You know, I'm like, man, we ain't going nowhere. And I always looked at it from, I guess, a pessimistic side, like, or not a pessimistic, but like from a negative standpoint of like, why I can't even get no rest because I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the work. It was the work. And we feel that those of us who have like, and that's why if it's not really a calling on you, if you're not, and I'm not saying that I am, you know what I'm saying? I can't claim nothing because I don't know. All I do know is this. I run. And I don't never get too far when I run. Because it say, hey, while you in here running around playing, you need to be in there working. Doing some work. And you sitting here complaining, talking about, I feel like spiritual state should be bigger platform by now. And we forget that that wasn't even the purpose of it. And who is we? Me. So today I understand. I get it now as of why it was imperative to put in the scriptures of. And I was saying back then, it took from all this, but actually it does. But it take you into the mind of those of the children of Israel who wasn't saying this is way too much work. They say the thing was hand stitched. The purple and the blue and the scarlet, it was hand stitched, hand woven. And I never read in there where the workers say, "Hey, Lord, this is way too much work." It's too much to bear. So they got to work. No questions, no rebuttal. They got to work. It's time to get to work. No questions, no rebuttal. It's time to get to work. Are you ready to work? I am G, the seeker of truth. This here is Spiritual State. And until next time, y'all stay elevated.